Hi, my name is Rich Hanlon. I'm your Wild Neighbors Nature Connection Nature Guide, and today I welcome you to the ancestral lands of the Susquehannock Native American tribe along the banks of the Chemung River in Athens, Pennsylvania. Today, I wonder if we can find ourselves in the gift, the adversity, and the reciprocity of wild nature by taking a look into the life of the hackberry tree. Yes, this is a beautiful hackberry tree standing right next to me here along the river's banks. Let's take a closer look at this amazing bark. Every time I happen upon a hackberry tree in the woods, I feel like it's a gift to my sensory experience. Just look at this bark, it's amazing. It feels corky to the touch, and it has these raised ridges that makes me think of a topographic map of something like the Appalachian Mountains with those folded ridges. Do you see it? And not only is the hackberry tree a gift to me and my sensory experience when I'm walking through the woods, the hackberry tree presents gifts to nature's community. Let's take a look at a couple. This is a hackberry tree. That's a hackberry tree. That's a hackberry tree. There's hackberry trees all along the bank of the river right here. And one of the gifts that these hackberry trees are gifting to this ecosystem is that they are holding the precious soil and the nutrients in the soil in place. The roots structures are helping to keep the forces of the river from eroding the precious soil on these banks. Let's take a look into the canopy of the hackberry tree to get a look at one of the greatest gifts that hackberry trees gift to the wildlife of the forest during the wintertime. Look and see if you can see all those tiny circular dark spots at the outer branches of the hackberry tree there. Those are hackberry berries. Hackberry berries are a very good source of energy for birds like robins and cedar waxwings in the wintertime, and during their migration back north in late winter, early spring, birds like yellow-rumped warblers will even pick at hackberries. And the hackberries, they're not only edible to the wildlife, they're also edible to you and me. It's hard to reach them, and thankfully there's a little end of a branch that fell down and landed in a branch of this bush here. And just to show you how good they are, I'm going to eat this one. They have kind of a yellowish interior. It tastes kind of reminiscent of a persimmon. It's small and sweet. Very good. And it's kind of got a big seed for a little berry. Animals like raccoons and squirrels and others are also benefiting from the gift of hackberries presented by this hackberry tree. Take a look down at the forest floor here. Right here is a pile of hackberries, and it looks like it may be in a pile of raccoon poop. Let's talk adversity. Can you think of a time when someone gifted you with something that you needed to help you get through a season of adversity? Or can you think of a time when you were able to gift someone else with something that they needed to get through a season of adversity for them? There's adversity in the life of the hackberry tree and in the lives of the wildlife who depend upon its gifts. Adversity for a hackberry tree looks like producing thousands or even millions of hackberries for every one or few that lands in the right spot with the right resources to germinate into the next generation of hackberry trees that line the river's banks. Adversity for the wildlife that depends upon this amazing tree has to do with survival. Surviving the harsh winter months in the northeastern United States. And you have birds like robins, American robins and cedar waxwings. Well, sometimes they'll gather in flocks during the winter, and sometimes even mixed flocks where you have both robins and waxwings together. You know, when you're dealing with the time of adversity, it helps to have a place of belonging and a community that you can count on, and that's the way the birds do it. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you saw that there's thousands of little hackberries in these branches. I would not be surprised if it's over the course of 1 or 2 days that eventually, when times are tough, big flock of robins or waxwings or some other bird species will come and eat all the berries off of that tree in a few days. What a gift that must be. I wonder if birds can feel joy. I feel like that would be a cause for celebration if you happen upon a hackberry tree like this in the dead of winter. So I only hope that I'm here to witness when that happens. Let's talk reciprocity. And it's simple, really. The hackberry trees help to hold the soil in place along the river's banks. And the soil gifts the hackberry trees with the nutrients that they need to survive and thrive. And these hackberry trees are producing berries. Those berries will help wildlife like robins and cedar waxwings and others to get the energy that they need to survive the winter. And the birds, in turn, will help to scatter the seeds of the hackberry trees, hopefully in a few very nutrient-rich places. Thanks for joining me for this brief look into the life of the hackberry tree. And I want to recognize that there are as many ways to find ourselves in the gift, in the adversity, and in the reciprocity of wild nature as there are neighbors in the forest. So get out this week in your own unique way. Find yourself in the gift, the adversity, and the reciprocity of wild nature. Maybe it'll be so profound that it'll make you want to go GAR. Get it? GAR. Gift, adversity, reciprocity. Sticks with me anyway. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.